day 5. The only thing about a hostel, it's hard to get out of early in the morning. But we'll get it.
I get to make some fresh coffee though.
Woo! Here's another reality of trail. Feet problems. Protractor here has some hot spots on the area she's putting the tape. What's that called?
Leuco tape.
Leuco tape. Leuco tape is the best.
Magic.
It's a lot better than moleskin, in my humble opinion. But still trying to get out of this hostel.
Just have 2 blisters, preventing more.
Still trying to get out of town, but you can never pass up a good hot meal on trail.
Here we go, back on trail at 10 a.m. Gonna hit up a 12-mile a day today, around there, so shouldn't be any problem since the sun doesn't go down till 7 and doesn't get dark till 7:30. Just give you a little idea of where we are on trail. We're at mile marker 42.7 at Mount Laguna. We're about 6,200 feet elevation. The next 3 days, we'll be dropping back down to, I believe, around 3,000 feet. I'll correct myself a little bit later. But we're definitely going down from here for the next 30 miles.
Oh yeah, we popped around the corner on this ridgeline. Look at that. Also, no difference between the AT and the PCT. See this peak right here? If this was the AT, we would definitely be hiking to the top of that thing. At the PCT, you kind of just traverse around it, keeping the same contour line to the next mountain. I really like that a lot. How about you, Protractor? Do you like that?
I'm loving this. This is so great. We're crushing like 2 miles an hour, and we just started.
If you look far in the horizon, you see a little bit of snow on top of the mountain.
Damn. I don't keep on saying this, but the views out here are just spectacular.
Amazing.
And the camera doesn't do justice, as always. Holy shit.
Looks like either this was a controlled burn or maybe a fire at some point long ago. Beautiful view.
Try to give you all different aspects of the views. But if you look closely, that little tail line, I believe is a trail. So this is the view from this side. And I'll show you the view from the other side. And now she be coming around the corner when she comes. She be coming around the corner when she comes. Of course, clumsy over here, tripping over herself. Water source that way. All right, now we're on the other side of the mountain where I filmed before, giving you the vantage point from the opposite direction. Totally different views, which is crazy. If you look closely, you can see a small part of the trail that we walked on to get here. There it is. I'll put an arrow there so it's easier to see. Well, well, well. Somebody made a 50-mile marker, halfway to 100. Someday we'll be halfway to Canada. There we go. Motivation on trails high. Morale's high. What else could you ask for? This is great. 8.7 miles in. We're about 1.7 miles from the next water source. The sun is more on the west side of the sky now. So we know we'll have to find a campsite in the next few hours. But we are hiking at least 2.0 miles per hour right now, which is pretty dang good. Start off on a trail. Eventually we'll get to 3, maybe in 3.5. I don't know if the 5'1" legs can go that fast, but we'll see. Here we go, the first mileage sign. I love seeing these as you go on the trail.
to see your progress, what's behind you, and what's to look forward. Woo, hopping a little bit. Just went up a pretty steep, short hill, but damn, still got us going. Oh, there's the water source right there. About time.
All right, surprise, surprise. We only did 10 miles a day just because of water sources and campgrounds. We don't want to carry it 3 miles, so we're gonna do a big day tomorrow. But we met another AT23 through hiker. Show name?
Grateful.
Grateful, cool dude. So having dinner tonight here at an undisclosed campsite because it's technically illegal, but who's telling? Day 6 from the campground here. We're going to attempt 17 miles today to put us 7 miles from the town of Julian, where my AT friends, Shooter and Sunshine, and even Galaxy are going to meet up with us for a 0 day. Be the first 0 of trail. Looking forward to it because the legs are tired. How are your legs doing?
They're okay, my feet hurt.
On trail at 7:10 this morning. Look at the steepness of this mountain. I'm not sure this concrete barrier was put here for base jumpers or not, but this would be a perfect area for it. Go straight down with a wingsuit or something. But man, this little valley we're walking through is supposedly supposed to get pretty sketchy. So, can't wait to see it. They got a rock here dedicated as a memorial for all the people who have lost their lives on this mountain. It's always a good reminder that these adventures are at your own risk. Nobody has ever promised your safety out here. Just remember that. Adventure is risk, but fun as hell as well. So let's go. Gotta watch our step up here. This is the trail. That's the drop off. I like this shit. Protractor, she's a little more hesitant to heights, but she'll do it. I mean, she's walked past this like a champ. But yeah, you can see I'm here. If I take one step over, I'm going down about 1,000 feet. So yeah, stay ready at all times. Walking through a boulder field, very different. First one on trail. Just to give you an idea of the elevation we're at. So this morning from the camp, we started around 5,100 feet. And if we make it 15, 17 miles a day, then we'll be around 3,000 feet elevation. So, yeah, we're definitely coming down the mountain. And once we hit Jillian, we'll get right back into the desert area for another, 130 miles actually, until we start climbing up the Big Bear Mountain here in California. Mother Nature doing her thing out here. So we just had an earthquake happen. We were on top of almost a peak, just kind of coming over it, and we heard like this, almost like a big boom. And I thought initially it was a sonic boom from like a fighter jet, because those are very loud as well. But I turned back, see Olivia, protractor here.
I was running because I was scared, and I was like, what is that? Because the plants were shaking and the birds were freaking out and flying away. So I thought it was an earthquake.
So we kind of like didn't pay attention. So our hikers, they looked it up, they had service. And sure enough, 5.2, not far away from us, maybe 100 miles away from us, where it centered. And also my sister, who is near San Bernardino, California, she felt it up there as well. So, and she says a 6.7 up there. So I'm not sure who's right, who's wrong, but I had never heard an earthquake before. I felt them before, but damn, that was like a boom box going off by your ear or something.
It was really cool.
All right, little trail update here on Mother Nature. So that we have actually felt and heard 5 earthquakes now today. So the main one we felt this morning, or heard this morning, I'm sorry, was in the town of Julian, which is about 15 trail miles away from us right now. So we're just feeling all the aftershocks as well. Pretty freaking cool if you ask me. There's some pretty yellow flowers here. And we are climbing up a road. I ain't gonna lie, this one got me huffing and puffing. Shit. All right, if y'all can hear that, got our first rattlesnake on trail. He's curled up in the bush. Let me see if I can zoom in on him enough. It's a big boy.
Okay. So this is what happened with the rattlesnake. I'm just walking along, you know, hiking, and then there's a rattlesnake right there on a rock that I did not see. And then I keep walking and it immediately starts hissing at me continuously. And then Blue's behind me and he's not allowed to pass.
Hissing or rattling, is what I like to call it. But yeah, so I'm there watching this thing crawl from the rock into a bush, coil up, and just looking at me, fucking rattling, right? So I'm like, definitely not walking past that because it's right next to the trail. So what happened? I had to use my Marine Corps skills, did a 90-degree offset around the snake, down a freaking hill, came back up, and we moved on down trail. We both walked away alive today. Steep trails upon us. Look at that. That is a far drop down. Protractor doing good. Whew, coming off of the mountain. We're about 15.5 miles in. Looking for a stealth site for tonight.
I'm doing this.
I'm forcing her to do this right now. Actually peeling off tape because we're
I'm
tired.
untaping my feet that
What?
are really, really taped.
Closing out day 6. We had 16.7 miles on the day. Going into town tomorrow to see some of my family from the AT, Shooter and Sunshine.
And Galaxy.
I'll put a picture of them up right here. Yeah, and Galaxy's also driving down from Central California to hang out. So you'll see 3 members of my family from the Appalachian Trail in 23 is gonna be great tomorrow. And we're gonna run right into a 0. Let's go.
I'm excited to meet them all because I've only heard about them. So it's going to be a great 0. And we're going to have a lot of wonderful trail stories to tell them because today was crazy.
Very eventful day. Very eventful day. One for the books for sure. All right, y'all. We out.